In the small, secluded town of Hollowbrook, whispers of an unsettling legend had spread through generations. The tale revolved around an eerie baby doll, believed to possess a malevolent spirit. No one dared to speak openly of it, for fear that the curse might find its way to them. The story began with the discovery of the doll in a forgotten attic of the old Whittaker estate. Decades ago, the Whittaker family lived in opulence, their grand mansion overlooking the town. One day, their only child, a daughter named Amelia, vanished without a trace. Heartbroken, the parents searched tirelessly but never found her. The mansion fell into disrepair, shrouded in mystery and sorrow. It was during a routine renovation that the ancient baby doll was discovered, hidden away beneath a floorboard. The doll appeared innocent at first glance, with its porcelain face and delicate lace dress. It was as though it had been frozen in time, its eyes holding an enigmatic sadness. The renovators, unaware of the doll's history, gave it to the youngest daughter of their team member, Lily. Lily was ecstatic, thinking she had found a treasure. She named the doll Emily and cherished it as if it were a long-lost friend. As days turned into nights, strange occurrences began to unravel around Lily's household. Objects moved on their own, whispers echoed in empty hallways, and a haunting lullaby drifted through the air. Lily's parents brushed it off as childish imagination. But Lily knew better. She could feel Emily's presence, its once comforting gaze now piercing and malevolent. Lily's fear deepened as Emily's influence grew stronger. The doll seemed to beckon her, drawing her into a twisted friendship built on fear. Lily's nights became plagued with nightmares, visions of Amelia's disappearance haunting her dreams. She confided in her older sister, Eliza, who scoffed at the idea of an evil doll. But as the occurrences escalated, Eliza couldn't ignore the unsettling atmosphere that had settled over the house. Determined to uncover the truth, Eliza delved into the history of the Whittaker family and their mansion. Through dusty records and forgotten journals, she pieced together the tragedy that had befallen Amelia. The more she learned, the clearer it became that Emily was tied to the girl's vanishing. It was said that Emily had been a gift to Amelia from a mysterious woman who visited the mansion shortly before the disappearance. As Eliza drew closer to the truth, Lily's connection with Emily grew more sinister. Lily's behavior became erratic, her once bright eyes now reflecting the doll's malevolence. Eliza's research led her to the legend surrounding Emily. A vengeful spirit had taken residence within the doll, seeking to reclaim the life it had lost. Armed with this knowledge, Eliza raced against time to sever the bond between her sister and the cursed doll. Eliza's efforts culminated in a desperate confrontation with Lily. She pleaded with her sister, recounting the history and horror tied to Emily. Lily's eyes flickered with a moment of recognition, but the doll's grip on her mind was too strong. The confrontation turned into a harrowing struggle as Eliza fought to free Lily from Emily's control. In a climactic showdown, Eliza managed to retrieve Emily from Lily's grasp. With the doll in her possession, she embarked on a perilous journey to reverse the curse. Guided by the tales of old, Eliza sought out the mysterious woman who had given Emily to Amelia. In the heart of the town's forbidden woods, she encountered the spectral figure, learning that the curse could only be broken through an act of selfless sacrifice. Eliza faced a heart-wrenching choice: to sacrifice herself to free Amelia's spirit or return Emily to its malevolent state. In a moment of profound courage, Eliza embraced the doll, absorbing the curse into herself. The mansion trembled, and Emily's porcelain visage contorted into a wail of torment before shattering into pieces. The curse was broken, but at a great cost. With the curse lifted, the Whittaker mansion was engulfed in a brilliant light. Amelia's spirit, finally free, was reunited with her parents after decades of separation. The town of Hollowbrook felt a palpable shift, the air no longer heavy with dread. Eliza's sacrifice had redeemed her family's history, leaving behind a legacy of courage and love. In the years that followed, the tale of the haunted baby doll became a cautionary story passed down through generations. The Whittaker mansion transformed from a place of sorrow into a symbol of resilience, and while the events of that fateful time were etched into the town's history, the memory of the haunted lullaby slowly faded like a distant echo of a nightmare long gone. In the wake of Eliza's sacrifice, Hollowbrook embraced a newfound sense of peace. The curse had been broken, and the town's collective fear began to wane. But remnants of the supernatural events remained, casting long shadows that whispered of the horrors that had transpired. Lily, once freed from Emily's grasp, struggled to rebuild her life. The memories of her possession haunted her, and she found solace in helping others who had faced similar traumas. She became a counselor, dedicated to guiding those who had encountered the inexplicable. Yet, her eyes held a certain sadness, a reminder of the darkness she had faced. As years passed, the town gradually fell back into its routine, and the story of Emily and the Whittaker mansion became more of a legend than a living nightmare. But legends have a way of resurfacing when least expected. It was during a stormy night that a group of curious teenagers decided to explore the abandoned mansion, fueled by the desire for a thrill. Unaware of the mansion's history, they entered with laughter and taunts, daring the spirits of the past to confront them. In the dim light of their flashlights, they stumbled upon a shattered porcelain doll, Emily's remnants scattered across the floor. Ignorant of the curse, one of them, Mark, picked up a piece of the doll as a macabre souvenir. Mark's decision to take a piece of Emily's shattered form ignited a chain of events that awakened the dormant malevolence. Strange happenings returned to Hollowbrook, a chilling reminder of the horrors that had transpired decades earlier. Shadows danced on the walls. The echo of a haunting lullaby whispered through the town's streets once again. Mark's demeanor began to change. His once bright eyes darkened, and a distant, hollow smile adorned his lips. His friends noticed the shift but dismissed it as stress. Yet they couldn't deny the eerie occurrences that seemed to follow him. The feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. As Mark's behavior became increasingly erratic, his friends grew concerned. He would murmur to himself in a language unknown to them, his voice carrying an otherworldly cadence. The shattered doll fragment seemed to pulse with an ominous energy, and Mark became consumed by an obsession to restore it. One by one, his friends distanced themselves, their fear of the growing darkness too potent to ignore. But Mark's obsession knew no bounds. He retreated into the Whittaker mansion, drawn to the place where Emily's malevolence had once thrived. As Mark delved deeper into the mansion's depths, the line between reality and the supernatural blurred. The walls seemed to breathe, and the echoes of Amelia's cries reverberated through the halls. Mark believed that by reassembling Emily, he could harness the power of the curse for his own gain. The town of Hollowbrook, once again shrouded in fear, rallied to confront the resurging nightmare. Lily, now a pillar of strength for the community, knew that the curse had found a new host. She joined forces with Eliza's descendants, determined to put an end to the malevolence once and for all. The climax of the story unfolded within the walls of the Whittaker mansion, where the past and present collided in a battle of light against darkness. Mark, driven to the brink of madness, fought against the combined efforts of Lily, Eliza's descendants, and the town's brave residents. The shattered doll fragment, once again united with its other parts, pulsed with an ominous glow. Mark's body contorted, his voice merging with the haunting lullaby that had plagued the town for generations. The battle raged on, the mansion's walls bearing witness to a confrontation that transcended the physical world. In a climactic moment of sacrifice, Lily stepped forward, embracing the cursed doll fragment. Her selflessness shattered the curse's hold on Mark, releasing the malevolence that had ensnared him. The mansion trembled, and the echoes of Amelia's cries faded into a tranquil silence. The curse had finally been broken, and the town of Hollowbrook was free from the grip of Emily's malevolence. Mark, now liberated, struggled to come to terms with the darkness he had unwittingly embraced. With Lily's guidance, he sought redemption, using his experience to help others navigate the horrors of the supernatural. In the aftermath of the final battle, Hollowbrook began to heal. The Whittaker mansion, cleansed of its haunting presence, was restored to its former glory, a symbol of resilience and unity. Lily and Mark formed an unexpected bond, their shared experiences forging a connection that transcended the horrors they have faced. As years passed, the tale of the haunted baby doll transformed into a story of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring power of love. The town of Hollowbrook would forever remember the darkness that had once plagued it, but it also celebrated the triumph of good over evil, a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the unbreakable bonds that connect us all.